Off the bat, my first takeaway is going to be that Kenneth Gainwell out-touched Deandre Swift 18-2. In my opinion, this could be a good time to buy low on Swift if you can get him for the right price. What do you guys make of this situation?
Man, I do think it's a good time to buy low on Swift. We've all seen his talent on the field. I think the dude who has Swift is panicking right now. He probably wants Gainwell on his roster too. So maybe if you have Kenneth Gainwell, try to sell him to the guy that has Swift on his roster. That's not a bad idea. But at the end of the day, he did outtouch Swift, like you said, 18-2, and this was stuff that we saw reports of during training camp. And Gainwell does have an injury, but don't be surprised if this is sticky. They trust Gainwell, but
Do you think it could be a factor of Swift is like new to the offense? Maybe they're trying to like slow play him,
That's
or
what I
do you
think.
think that the Eagles we think we're going with Gainwell because he's
No,
better?
I definitely think Swift is gonna obviously become more involved in this offense. How soon? I don't know. If Gainwell misses this week, it sure will speed up the process. So I do agree with you though. Good buy low on Swift.
See, I'm the opposite direction. I don't really, unless I drafted Gainwell late, I don't want to touch his backfield. The way they use their running backs over there in Philly, it's mainly just a handoff basis. They don't really throw the running backs that much. The main running back, even when they get into the red zone, normally is Jalen Hurts. After that, the actual running backs are always a second option in the red zone. So the high value touches really aren't there for the running backs. I mean, as far as passing work and red zone usage.
Like, I agree with Brennan, but I also think that Swift, it is a good time to get him low. I do think that they'll use backs. I think whenever he has his touches, we've seen him be pretty good in the past. I think he'll be. I think people kind of wrote him off a little too much. I think it's clear to me that there's no way Kenneth Gainwell stays the lead back. In my opinion, I don't see. I understand them easing Swift back in and maybe limiting him like they've done in the past because it's always been a committee back there. I think talent wins out, and Swift's got to be the RB1 in that backfield. But back to Brennan's point, I also think that they're going to be limited regardless. Not only will they be splitting carries, but Hurts is going to take so much touches away from him. He's going to take goal line touchdowns from him. So it's not a backfield that I necessarily want my hand in. But if I'm going to pick one long term, I'm going with Swift.